welcome to the weekend edition of News Showcase. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. 3 Indians have been arrested and charged in Canada in connection with the murder of a Sikh separatist leader last year. In June, masked assailants shot and killed 45-year-old Hardeep Singh Nijjar in a crowded suburban car park in Vancouver. In September, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's accusations that India's government might have been involved caused a major diplomatic dispute between the two nations. India strongly denied the allegation. The 3 suspects were aged between 22 and 28, and all of them had been living in Edmonton in Alberta, where they were arrested. According to court documents, they were charged with first-degree murder as well as conspiracy to commit murder. Canadian police said the suspects were not known to them before, and the investigation is focused on their possible ties to the Indian government. Reports say the government of Karnataka has served a second notice to Prajwal Ravana and his father H.D. Ravana, both lawmakers in the center of a sexual abuse scandal that is rocking India in the midst of national elections. Earlier, the government said they will be arrested if they did not turn up before a special panel of investigators after the first notices were issued last week. The politicians, who belong to the Janata Dal Secular, have been accused of sexually abusing several women over a period of time. Prajwal Ravana reportedly left the country a day after explicit videos were leaked to the public in pen drives and posted on social media. The Congress party, which runs the state, has offered all help to the victims in the case. A light-hearted comment by chess legend Garry Kasparov on India's Rahul Gandhi has gone viral before he clarified it was a joke and not a political statement. Kasparov said Gandhi should first win Rae-Bareli, where he is a candidate in the ongoing Indian elections, before aiming for the top. The comment came after Gandhi boasted he was the best chess player among Indian politicians while he played a game of chess during a break in his election campaign. Voters in Wayanad, another seat where Gandhi is contesting, also reacted to his nomination in Rae-Bareli. Some said there was nothing wrong in contesting at 2 seats because he is a prominent politician, but some expressed concern that if he won both seats, he could give up Wayanad. There's been a flurry of reaction after Gandhi was named as the candidate in Rae-Bareli, which is considered a safe Congress seat. The third nominee of the Congress party has withdrawn from the race in Odisha state citing lack of funds just days before the polls. Sucharita Mohanty, a former journalist, said the state leader of her party had urged her to use her own funds in her election bid. Reports said Mohanty had tried to raise money through crowdfunding before she decided to pull out of the contest. She said she would remain loyal to the Congress party. Congress candidates in Surat and Indore quit the race in April. One of them was disqualified, which paved the way for his BJP rival to secure the seat. The other defected and joined the BJP. An independent candidate in West Bengal hit the headlines over his choice of transport when he went to present his nomination papers. Ajit Prasad Mahto caused excitement and surprise when he arrived on the back of a buffalo in Purulia. He is part of the Kurmi community, which wants the government to categorize it as a tribe, which is also his key promise to its supporters. A large number of supporters attended his rally with yellow balloons and party flags. The seat goes to polls later this month in the 6th round of the Indian election. The state, governed by the Trinamool Congress party, is expected to face a strong challenge from the BJP. India has said it had always welcomed immigrants, a day after US President Joe Biden described India and a few other countries as xenophobic. External Affairs Minister Jai Shankar pointed out that India's economy was not faltering as claimed by Biden. While speaking at an election campaign in the US, Biden said the economies of China and Russia besides India were not doing good because they did not want immigrants. The White House played down Biden's remarks in what appeared to be a damage control exercise. A large rangoli was created at a mall in Gujarat to raise awareness about the benefits of taking part in the elections. The work depicting the map of India and Gujarat state was displayed at the Alpha One Mall in Ahmedabad. It is part of the government program to urge voters to participate in the ongoing national elections in India. Sources familiar with the campaign said it took 18 hours to create the rangoli and 350 kilos of colors were used to make it. It is said to be the biggest rangoli ever created. Organizers said their aim was to make Ahmedabad city set the record for the highest voter turnout in the country in the current polls. The campaign urged people to come forward with their families to vote in the elections. It is not just humans, but animals are also struggling as heat waves sweep parts of India. Authorities at the Zoological Park in Chennai have introduced measures to safeguard its occupants from surging temperatures. The park has installed foggers, overhead showers, and percolation ponds to help the animals cope with the heat wave, with temperatures hitting 40 degrees Celsius. Special arrangements have been made for species like the king cobra and the Himalayan black bear that require cooler conditions. These include the use of foggers to increase humidity and decrease temperature. The zoo has 13 percolation ponds and overhead tanks on its premises. Water ponds have also been set up in the enclosures of big cats like tigers, which need water. These measures have become necessary to ensure the well-being of the animals during the hot summers. A wildlife park in West Bengal has also taken several measures to protect the animals, especially tigers, leopards, and Asiatic black bears. Authorities at the Bengal Safari Park in Siliguri town said they have installed water ponds, sprinklers, and fans at the shelters for animals which run all day, where the temperature has been hovering around 40 degrees Celsius. The weather service has said the heat wave will continue over the next 3 days. The hot weather has caused a sharp dip in the number of visitors to the park, which is a big draw among tourists to the town. The park, spread over nearly 300 acres, is a one-of-a-kind open-air zoological park in the state, which is home to 800 animals, including 45 species. India's elite National Security Guards and Delhi police held a joint drill to test their counter-terrorism readiness. The 15-hour drill was held at 11 key locations, including schools, hotels, and parliamentary premises. During the exercise, the special forces dealt with mock bomb blasts, terrorist attacks, and various emergency scenarios. The NSG, in coordination with other security agencies, conducted a detailed reconnaissance of all targets. The exercise was aimed at testing alertness and ensuring swift and effective response to real situations. The drill also involved air surveys and ground investigations at the parliament and simulated bomb blasts and terror attacks at various locations. The final phase of the drill, which began at 1 a.m., dealt with attacks on a metro station and a school. The Conservatives in the UK suffered one of their worst local election outcomes in a decade, which is a key test of popular sentiment before the general election. The Tories lost almost half of the seats they ran for, while Labour secured significant council positions, local mayors, and an overwhelming win in the by-election. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has denied Labour was on course to win the general election, but he referred to the results as disappointing. Overall, about 400 councillors and 10 councils were lost by the Conservatives in England. Labour added 169 new council members and made progress in regions that they believe will lead to a general election win. Sunak is facing mounting calls from Labour and the Liberal Democrats to announce general elections. Sweden is North Korean leader Sweden is set to host the Eurovision Song Contest, and security has been stepped up in its third-largest city, Malmö. Both the police and the event planners say they are ready and anticipate a joyful occasion. Security across the country has been raised to level 4, with the maximum being 5. This year's feel-good pop and showbiz celebration is clouded by criticism from some quarters over the conflict in Gaza. This city on the southwest coast of Sweden is expected to welcome up to 100,000 attendees for the biggest live music event ever. The celebrations begin on Saturday and continue with the semi-finals next week, leading up to the grand final at the weekend. It is believed that 200 million people would watch the 4-hour show globally. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's latest propaganda tune has unexpectedly become a hit on TikTok, with Gen Z users enjoying its catchy electropop sound, largely unaware of its lyrics praising the secretive leader. The song, Friendly Father, is part of North Korea's long-standing tradition of producing propaganda music, designed to be catchy, simple, and ideologically driven. The tunes are crafted to be easily learned and sung by the masses, serving as a tool for instilling loyalty to the party. Recent changes in the lyrics suggest Kim Jong-un is consolidating his image as North Korea's supreme leader. Meanwhile, TikTok users are simply enjoying the music, with some comparing it to older pop styles and others noting the irony of a communist song going viral on a Chinese-owned app. Despite the song's popularity, its true purpose as a tool for disseminating state ideology remains. Those were the top stories at this hour. Do join us, same time Monday, and have a great weekend.